Good morning, students. From your Vistas textbook, we are doing chapter number 6 On the Face of It by Suzanne Hill. In our previous class, we learned that a little boy Derry, who is having a half burnt face, meets Mr. Lamb, a lame person with a thin leg, in his garden. And we learned that how Derry is into self-pitying and has low self-regard for himself. It is Mr. Lamb who gives him hope and confidence. Mr. Lamb is an optimistic person and has a positive outlook on life. He says to him that this world is having a whole face. There are many things in this world that people talk about, people love, and the world is to be explored. And he asked Derry that he needs to shut his ears to all things that are ill or that disturbs him and look to the beauty of the world, whether that beauty is the humming sound of the bees or the other beautiful things in the world. Let's continue with the line by line explanation of the chapter. Derry, I don't like being near people when they stare, when I see them being afraid of me. Mr. Lamb, you could lock yourself up in a room and never leave it. There was a man who did that. He was afraid, you see, of everything. Everything in this world. A bus might run him over, or a man might breathe dirty germs onto him, or a donkey might kick him to death, or lightning might strike him down, or he might love a girl and the girl would leave him, and he might slip on a banana skin and fall, and people who saw him would laugh their heads off. So he went into this room and locked the door and got into his bed and stayed there. Derry, forever? Mr. Lamb, for a while. Derry, then what? Mr. Lamb, a picture fell off the wall onto his head and killed him. Derry laughs a lot. So what happened? Derry announces to Mr. Lamb that he hates being in the company of people, and he does not like when he sees that the people are afraid of him. The people are afraid of his burnt face. The people talk about him. They show pity onto him. So Mr. Lamb narrates a story to him of a man who was very much afraid, terribly afraid of everything around him. He was afraid to meet with an accident. He was afraid that he might catch a deadly disease from somebody. He was afraid of being kicked by a donkey or a lightning might strike him. He was afraid that the girl he loves will leave him. He was afraid to be slipped on a banana skin and being laughed at by the people, by the onlookers, the witness to things. He was afraid of every bit. So this man locked himself in a room and he stayed in this room. So Derry questions, forever did that person stay in his room? Mr. Lamb announces, no, for a while he did. Then Derry questions, what happened to that person? Mr. Lamb says that a picture fell off the wall onto his head and the person was killed. Derry started laughing. Mr. Lamb, you see? Derry, but you still say peculiar things. Now what Mr. Lamb actually wanted Derry to realize that he should shed his fear, he should shed his complexes, he should shed off his self-hatred, and he should live life to the fullest. He should enjoy his being, he should enjoy his surroundings. So Derry is again not able to understand. He says that you say strange things. Mr. Lamb, peculiar to some. That yes, my things might be peculiar to some people. Derry, what do you do all day? Mr. Lamb, sit in the sun, read books. Ah, you thought it was an empty house, but inside it's full, books and other things. Full. Derry, but there aren't any curtains at the windows. Mr. Lamb, I'm not fond of curtains, shutting things out, shutting things in. I like the light and the darkness and the windows open to hear the wind. Derry questions how do Mr. Lamb pass his daily routine. So, Mr. Lamb says that he is having a beautiful house, a large house, and a huge garden. He is having, so he is having this house, and this house has many books in it, many other things of interest in it. So, Derry questions why don't your house has a window? Your house there are no sorry. Why don't your house has curtains over there? Windows don't have curtains. So Mr. Lamb says that he likes so. He believes that the curtains shut things out. So he likes to experience the phases of darkness and light, and he likes to hear the sound of the wind. He likes the fresh air. So this is what he says to Derry. Derry, yes, I like that. When it's raining, I like to hear it on the roof. So even Derry says, even I like what? I like the the wind. And he says that when the droplets of rain fall onto the roof, the sound is very musical. He likes listening to one. Mr. Lamb, so you're not lost, are you? Not altogether. You do hear things, you listen. So, Mr. Lamb, who, when Derry says that he likes raining and he likes the sound on the roof made by the raindrop, Mr. Lamb says that you are not altogether lost. So, Mr. Lamb says that you are not altogether lost. You have a present mind and to see and feel things around you. You listen to things around you. That makes you happy. Derry, they talk about me downstairs when I'm not there. What will he ever do? What's going to happen to him when we have gone? However, will he get on in this world? Looking like that, with that on his face. That's what they say. So Derry tells Mr. Lamb that how the family talks about him when he is upstairs. The people are down, family is down, and they worry about the face that is burned, that how he is going to carry himself in life, how he is going to face the world around, and what will happen if they are not there along with him. So family is worried, they are worried about things, that how he's going to face the world. So this is what Derry tells to Mr. Lamb. Mr. Lamb, Lord boy, you have got two arms, two legs, and eyes and ears. You have got a tongue and a brain. You will get on the way you want, like all the rest. And if you chose and set your mind to it, you could get on better than all the rest. So when Derry says that the family gets worried of him, they get pity, they show pity on him, that with this burned face, how he's going to face the world, how the world is going to accept him, and what's going to happen if the family is not around. Mr. Lamb is amazed. Why? Because Derry has been fortunate to have two arms, two legs, eyes, and ears. He's fortunate and he's blessed. So that burnt face should not stop him being with the people, around the people, or explore the world. He's not deprived like a mad person, or is not deprived like a person who has turned lunatic, or is bound to a wheelchair. So he says that you can do good if whatever desire you have, whatever determination you have, whatever you want in your life, if you have a good determination and goal, you can do better than the rest of the people. Derry says, how? Now there is a small boy of 14. So he says, how I'm going to face this world, or how I'm going to explore my world. Mr. Lamb says, same way as I do. Now what does Mr. Lamb mean by this? He says, same way that I do. Now when Mr. Lamb is in his garden, he likes the music of the bees. He says bees hum, they are singing. He likes the weed, they are also green for him. He likes the beauty of the apples, the oranges. He likes being in the garden. He likes being in his house, and that house becomes a world for him. So every and anywhere, every moment and anywhere a person is, he should live his life to a fullest. He should enjoy his life. He should enjoy his presence over there. If he is in a garden, he should enjoy the beauty of the garden. If he is in his house, he should enjoy the beauty, the surroundings of the house, whether it's books, whether it's in midst of the family. So it says you can do the same ways I do. That is a positive thinking, a positive note, and not be afraid of what people say or what people think of him. Just to be happy on every part, to be cheerful and optimistic.